Guess who's back?
We're back.
Back
in
again.
business.
Let's get it. So, bro, you were just telling me right now while we're shooting the trailer, you used to bartend.
Yes, sir. So,
The fuck?
yeah, it was one. I think, bro, it was super helpful as well because, like, in England, it was in England when I was at uni.
Yeah.
I remember going to uni, and my dad used to send me money for my, like, living expenses and stuff. And he kept telling me get a job from the start,
Mm-hmm.
but I was a bit lazy,
Yeah.
So every month he would send me £100 less. So
Yeah.
after a few months passed, he didn't send anything. So I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Where's the job?" I was like, "Shit!" And it's so hard to get a job in England as an international student.
Yeah.
Indian passport.
Yeah.
You have like a set amount. I think it was 20 hours you can
Yeah.
work in a week. So I was like, this is impossible. Luckily, I knew a place that was hiring. I went in with my CV. I was like, "Yo, I hear you've got an opening. I
Yeah.
have so much experience in Dubai working for Anta Cafeteria." In the CV, it said it, and I put the reference as this guy that I know, and I told him, like, "Look,
Yeah.
if someone called you, say you were my manager at Anta,
Yeah.
what were the odds they were gonna call?" I heard they were desperate. They never called him, hired
Yeah.
me on the spot. I did my trial shift. They were like, "You know how to pull a pint of beer?" I had never drank a pint of beer in my life. So I was like, yeah. And I just watched someone else do it and tried. They apparently, I spoke to my manager a couple of months later, and she was like, "I knew you were lying, but we were desperate." So luckily I got that job. And it was amazing actually, because it was the first time that I made proper money, like working,
Word.
like doing something.
And it feels different when you make your own money, yeah?
So good. And I never realized how cheap I could be,
Yeah.
I didn't want to waste that shit.
Yeah, because then that's when you see the value of money.
Yeah.
When you
and
make your own money.
that's when you realize what's important,
Exactly.
If you're doing something, if you're working specifically, you realize what's important in terms of what you spend your money on and your time, because you don't have as much time.
Exactly.
You're losing like 8 hours a day.
Just running up and down,
Facts.
doing basic things.
Facts. So you become more selective about who you spend your time with and what you spend your money on, or who you spend your money
a
on.
busy man is just a high value man. It's not like it's not to like bring up the toxic masculinity thing, but if you're actually legitly busy, like you value your time, like just you said, you value your energy, you won't have time for drama, you won't have time to even be a hater, like you won't have time for all these things, these negative things, because you're always doing something.
Trust, man.
And you said you used some of that money to pay for your studio time back in Nottingham.
Yeah, and that again makes you work harder, because I was working knowing that that's my hard-earned cash.
Yeah.
I needed to make every session count. So what I would do is, I know a lot of people like to book a studio session, then go to the studio, then find a beat while you're in the studio, and then start writing in the studio.
Yeah.
But you're paying to use that mic, and you're paying to use all of this shit.
Every single
So
second.
what I would do is I didn't even buy a mic. It was the same mic that I bought all those years ago. So I had that with me in my suitcase when I moved there. Set it up in my room, plugged it into the laptop. I would make sure I have a song written, or at least 90% done before I go to the studio, because then you get in, it's that, and you're done,
And you can even have more time for things like that 20 minutes you had to sing.
The important stuff, So I think it was a great experience. When I still tell my dad to this day, like, I'm so glad he made me get that job, because it really prepares you for the real world, bro. Like when you work in a job, you realize how unfair the world is.
Exactly.
Especially I think coming from Dubai, where like you go to a private school and everything's done for you, like at home, laundry,
you
cooking.
have everything.
It's like knowing what it's like for the first time to have responsibility,
to hustle,
deadass. And it's amazing that he did that, because otherwise I would have graduated from uni and been so happy to just be doing music and not making money, like, because I'm comfortable. I can be comfortable.
Exactly.
But once you have that taste for it, like that being independent, the pride of knowing you're making your own bread. Like even when it comes to music, like we were just discussing earlier, like, I wouldn't really accept doing stuff for free, And it's not about the money. It's about
the value,
hustling, the value of all the time you put into that shit as well. So
you need someone to value your time.
Facts. And I'm sure I would have come to that point sooner or later, but I'm glad that
it happened earlier.
Yeah, because of that job and so many other things, that I was able to get there a lot faster.
What, bro? Like what? Spill the tea.
No exposure, man. No exposure, because when you're hungry, you can't go to the fucking shop and order something and pay with exposure, man. I thought maybe you could do it at Ravi's, I didn't try. So.
Oh my days. So yeah, can you take us into your love, romantic, emotional life and how it impacted you as an artist or a person?
As an
Take
artist,
us to the back.
Let's go all the way back.
Yeah.
Bro. I mean, since I was as young as I can remember, I've always been a certified lover boy, man. Like I built deep emotional connections with everyone, like my friends, my family, obviously then my romantic interests and stuff. So it's always been a massive part of me, and I think even with my music, the first songs that I ever made were about a girl.
Word.
Fun fact though, those were probably 2015, 2014 around.
So
then. Rap. They were rap songs, but like you know, like mellow rap songs. Like it was like "Baby, I love you so much" type shit, bro.
Yeah.
The maddest part is that I can say with 100% honesty, from then to now is about the same person, man. Which is crazy to think back to, and like to even see the difference in the sound, because it was rapping before.
Word.
And now it's like something so different, but yeah, all the same person, man.
Damn, bro, man is actually a lover boy. Like
lover boy, man.
There's few boys out there that I know, and I am one of them, that actually they love being with one person, you know.
Yeah.
They love dating, they love this romance with. True. And some people are just on the streets. So all the people are just on the streets. You know,
the cold ass.
Yeah, like, but there's people like you, and as an artist, you feel like that helps you.
Yeah, I think 100%. Also, I think it's about the right person. I think that everyone has different experiences with love in their lives and shit.
Yeah.
But it just so happens that mine is kind of one of those things where I met this person when I was young, and even then she inspired me to like create and stuff. Like it was seriously on like a muse one. You know? So as I got older, we drifted apart bare times, and then would like reunite, or even if we weren't like speaking, I would still know, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still like making music, thinking about that, whatever. But yeah, I think it's important to kind of embrace the fact that you're inspired by someone. Definitely, I would say a lot of my music is inspired by my romantic experiences, or just my experiences with my feelings, which like obviously a lot of it happens to be that. And also like if you know, with like deeper topics as well, like things that have gone seriously wrong, I have written stuff about my own experiences and stuff, but apart from like the romantic side of things.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like even with the romantic stuff, sometimes I do listen back and I'm like, maybe that's a bit too personal, or I'm oversharing to a point. I like to make sure that when I write a song, I know the story, but the package of the song still needs to be more relatable to a wider audience. It can't be too specific. And I also think that if someone was listening to this and they wanted to make music like that, I also think you gotta respect the boundaries. You gotta understand that writing music about other people, or your romantic experiences, or your personal life,
you have to consider the other person.
You have to consider the other person, because it might be nice for you and that song might pop off, but what if it's too much for them, too personal for them? And I think it's about finding that middle ground. So I never put my stories on blast like that. I try and channel the emotions that I was feeling in that moment. I try and channel that energy into the song rather than the actual story, because you gotta respect the fact that it's not just about you. Like if I'm writing stuff about problems my parents are having or something like that, bro,
it's not just you.
It's hella oversharing, and you might not have consent to do that. Even writing about romantic experiences, I think there's a fine line, you know, between like you expressing your feelings and it being maybe not disrespectful, but I would definitely say inconsiderate.
Inconsiderate. Yeah. That's actually deep, because I was actually thinking of doing an episode talking about my love life, but then I find it so hard.
It is hard. You have to consider the feelings of the other person and how they're going to perceive it as well.
Exactly. Because you have to respect them.
Facts.
And respect what you guys had, even if it ended bad or good or whatever.
That's the thing.
How do they feel this information being out there?
Facts. And at this age, knowing what I know and having lived through what I've lived through, I know that if something ends, even if it's not good, it's better not to put that shit on blast, man.
Exactly.
Especially when you live a very public life, when there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people that's like watching your stories, and that people love drama as well.
They love drama, and they love taking things out of context.
I swear, I remember when I posted posted my girl for the first time.
Yeah.
Like 2020 or something, 2021. Bro, like that post, like bare shares, engagement, this and that.
That's how I know people are gossiping.
Yeah. And then you keep posting them and then they stop. And then you stop posting them if it ends or some shit. And again, they're sharing that shit to ask you know what happened there. So people are curious in the worst way. And it's important to remember that, because I think everyone can get lost in the source sometimes of like, you're on social media, you're posting stories every day, making posts occasionally, whatever. Like, bro, people are following your life at this point. And like they're quite invested in the story, you know. And
they just want the drama out of it. They don't care what happens to you.
Facts.
They don't care how you feel. They don't care how the other person feel. You're just making them feel thrilled, you know.
Exactly. And as I get older, that's why I try and share less and less super personal stuff like that. I'm fine with letting people know where I go to the gym or what I ate today or who I'm chilling with, but I think when it comes to like family and romantic,
you can kind of generalize your emotion towards it without sharing the details of it.
I'll do a sub-tweet, bro. I'll definitely sub-tweet that shit. Yeah, 100%. But in terms of like going into detail or even making it obvious, I don't know. I try my best not to. And I know that when I'm a very emotional person sometimes, you know, it gets the better of me. But every day I strive to be better with that, keep my emotions in check, because I think that's caused me a lot of problems in life, man. A lot.
A lot of problems, like what?
Nah, just my oversharing, my over out there thing. Because sometimes I even think I'm putting something out there that's supposed to be positive, but actually it's coming off as hella negative. Like, why are you guys not
getting it?
Not getting it. And then I realized like maybe it's better if I just didn't share that shit in the first place, you know?
And just kind of be like, oh, does anyone feel like, you know, like instead of saying that the police came to your house in the morning, for example, and raided your house and searched for drugs, just say, have you ever woken up to the worst day ever?
Facts.
You know?
Sometimes I do feel definitely overexposed by my own social media presence. I told DXB when I got detained for holding the, I don't know why, but the next day, even though like I stand by it and shit, like 100% free Palestine, and like I think the whole thing was quite dope in its own way. But the next day, like I woke up, there's like so many story replies, so many people talking about it. I was like, bro, I feel like everyone is fucking looking at me right now, and it made me so anxious. I remember being in the line at Seoul. I wasn't scared that they wouldn't let me in, but I was just like, fuck, man, like why did I go on my story and fucking post, I just got detained? I should have just word of mouth that shit, you know. But now I'm the one to blame for me feeling this anxious, because I got a lot of social anxiety to begin with, but I make it so much worse for myself by being an idiot sometimes. But
I hope you can learn from this. Like, you're the one that has to live with the results. You're gonna get the clout, you're gonna get the fame, people are gonna love it, but then you are not gonna be alright.
And those screenshots last forever, man. Those screenshots, you don't even know that. That's what like sometimes I trip out about. You don't even know which
what people have about you.
What they've got on you and what they know about you and stuff.
Exactly.
And I think that when you're someone, you cannot have a private life and also be in the sphere that we're in, you know. It's not possible, because as much as you're selling your art or your creativity or what you do, you're also selling yourself. Like, you are your own
personality, your brand, all that stuff.
And again, that's why I try and make sure that I have a backup plan outside of music. Because the thing is, I know myself, I'm quite an erratic person, and in the blink of an eye, like as much as I try to keep my emotions in check and everything, I know in the blink of an eye I could fuck that up for myself. And if I don't have a backup plan that doesn't involve like having something else, eyes on me, I'll be fucked.
Exactly.
It puts a lot of pressure on it as well.
It's so easy to get cancelled nowadays.
Facts.
Like, I feel like if this is gonna sound very funny, if they should expose everyone, all of us, our group chats, our messages, every single human being in the world will be cancelled.
No doubt, man. Especially the group chats.
Especially group chats, because it's all jokes.
Yeah, me and my friends always joke about it as well.
We joke about so much stuff that people take too serious.
My boys, in fact, get paranoid because they're like, you got a lot of people watching your account and shit. And like my account, like I always get the password reset emails as well that I don't trigger. So they're always hella paranoid. Like, yo, Bro, you gotta be careful with your security on here. But
exactly, like,
by the way, it's not that bad.
It's not like it's bad.
Yeah,
and
if you take these memes that people send out of context, they can be bad though. But
I feel like almost everyone that gets cancelled, like they just took 2 seconds where they messed up.
Yeah,
and they messed them up like that.
Facts. Oh,
they literally just took it's fine. One on BBC, bro.
Yeah, I was like, fuck.
It's true. But yeah, like
you can take 2 seconds to mess everything up.
Yeah,
completely undo.
Like you take 10 years to build something, and then 2 words will end your life.
Facts.
I feel that isn't fair.
But if you make a minor mistake, something
minor, it's redeemable.
Yeah, or if you have something that you do where you feel a bit like, fuck, like I regret that a bit.
Yeah,
it's not that deep, but I regret it.
Yeah.
The one thing I always remind myself and anyone else who's feeling that way, it's only relevant for a week, man, because someone else is gonna fuck up in a week.
You don't matter that much, you know.
Yeah, facts.
Relax.
I think that's the most important thing to remember. Like,
it's not like people go to bed thinking about you.
Facts. No matter what you do, you are easily forgettable, man.
Yeah, everyone. So just don't take it too personal.
Like I know people forget about me when I sometimes I take a little break. Like, bro, that's another thing, man. I realized recently that there's a direct correlation between how much I post and how unhappy I am. It's not the other way around. I don't have like 50 Instagram stories up when I'm happy. In fact, the few times I would say I was genuinely happy last year, I didn't post at all. Like,
oh my god,
people were like, "Where are you? What are you doing?"
Facts.
I'm like, bro, I'm just happy right now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because when you're sad or when you're feeling lonely,
want that validation,
you want
bro.
exactly.
You want everyone to come.
Yeah, you want to look cool. Yeah. You want to seem like you're happy when you're not happy. Because when you're actually happy, you forget about
you
social
forget
media.
about your phone.
You forget about your phone, bro. You're just vibing to yourself or with your people, you know.
Swear.
But then when you're feeling sad or down or heartbroken, you're posting.
Bro, like
you're messaging everyone.
Bro, a few days ago, I had like 8 stories up. I'd been lying on this couch, watching reels the whole day. But it looked like on my story, I was like doing a lot of shit. Yeah, popping. Yeah, he's done this today and that. But like the times I've actually been happy, I've taken pictures with my phone. If it's a nice moment, I don't even post that shit because I don't want that evil eye to hear, bro.
Same. Like my best moments, I can't share it. I'm very sorry.
Facts.
You know, only if someone follow me with a camera, but I can't share my best moment because I'm literally just vibing.
It lives inside here, bro.
Inside here, and I fucking treasure it, bro.
Same,
I swear.
Same.
My best friends, no one knows them. They're not fashion people. Like, no one knows them. You feel me? Like, they're very close to me and it's very personal. My personal space is very personal.
Yeah.
So, like, you should find a balance between what you share and what you don't share.
That's literally like what I've been trying to do recently. Especially, I also feel like a lot of the time when I do post, when I used to post when I was happy and shit. Yeah. Bro, that shit does not last long because the evil eye is too real, man. Especially if you're already doing stuff where people are looking at you. Yeah. It's like you're just inviting the bad energy.
I swear to God, you know when I had real encounter with the evil eye, I didn't believe in it, but I used to post, you know, anytime I'm working, I just take a picture of my iPad, you know, the process of editing video and all that stuff. Bro, my iPad broke.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm like, really? Like, who did this? Like, what the? Bro, I didn't know up to today. I don't know how it broke. I literally woke up to edit one night. It was cracked, bro. It was cracked inside, bro. I'm like, what? I never post anything about my iPad again, bro.
There was another one.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I realized as well that my social media evil eye is not limited to me, man. Bro, not recently, a few months ago, I posted congratulations to my boy because he was in a relationship. Yeah, you know? They broke up. Like not too long after that story, man. I don't even think that story. Yeah, I know it was the story. Like, yo, if you're watching this, he knows who he is, man. If he's watching this, I gotta say it's definitely the evil eye from that story because I can't think of anything else.
It's so real. It has to be real. Bro. Like,
and every time I have, like, I know I've tweeted a few times saying life is good right now and shit. Tell me why the next day is not.
I swear that's why it's good to post after. You know, some people
way after, bro.
They go on vacation and then when they're back from vacation, they post about vacation.
That's why I bought a film camera. Because I take
you have to process it.
I haven't processed film from like 4 months ago.
Oh my god!
Like doing fun stuff because
that's a life hack. Get a film camera. Link in my bio to the brand.
You gotta let that shit marinate. Like let that memory marinate. Let it pass. Let whatever's happening pass and be in a different phase in life when
exactly.
I think that's
when
probably
you post
the
it, when you share it,
safest way. Otherwise,
that's how big celebrities even move.
Yeah.
You know, like Kendrick, when Kendrick went on this like he disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, when he came back, and obviously I think this guy was vibing and happy. He was with his wife and kid, released an album, and then boom, he disappeared again. You know, you can't catch him.
Exactly.
He's gone.
That's the thing. My whole life's mission now online is making sure that the evil eye doesn't catch me.
Uncatchable, untraceable. You don't know what I'm up to.
I attracted too much, and previously I invited it a lot of the time because I thought like I can handle anything, but I realized as I get older, man, I'm getting a bit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
A bit superstitious, a bit suspicious, because I've seen this pattern so many times that
exactly start to notice it.
Yeah, like that's why even like just talking about your love life and stuff, it's like always a tricky one, because
it's tricky, bro.
Like you could say something now that this podcast comes to one person whose bad mind watches it, they put that energy out there, and the next thing I know, like whatever I got that's making me happy and that's going on is gone, bro. And
but also the funny thing is that it's actually because you believe in the evil eye, or I believe in the evil eye, that we even manifest it to happen more powerfully. You get me? Our minds are so powerful because you believe in it. That's why it actually happened.
Once, man, I wrote a song about a situation I was anxious about.
Yeah.
And that situation, like years later, played out. It was a bad situation, whatever. And I remember I was telling my mom, like, I sat down with her, I was like, look what happened, man. I wrote this song 2 years ago and look what happened. And then my mom was like, you fucking idiot, man. She didn't say, my mom doesn't swear, but she's very respectful. But she said, you're stupid, because it's not that you knew it was going to happen, it's that you manifested. And I think that's important as well.
We manifest a lot of things.
But now I manifest like the maddest shit. Like, I'm only trying to manifest good shit. Like, I feel
all
like
manifestations are things you don't have.
Facts.
You can't manifest what you have.
True.
You can't be like, I have a microphone in my hand.
That's a L, yeah. That's that's kind of a waste, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You need to manifest what you don't have. So manifesting is actually basically becoming a liar.
Yeah.
Because you can't be like, I want to
yourself, yeah.
Yeah, you lie to your mind, you lie to your brain that you have it. So it's like, why don't I have it? Like, let's get it for him. That's how manifestation works. So it's kind of lying, you know?
Nah, bro, yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, bro, I just want to be, I know that whatever it is, man, I want to be happy. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to be in a good place in life, and whether it's making music or doing something else. Like, I just want to have peace, bro.
Be free.
I want peace, not problems.
Exactly. I don't want peace. I want problems.
I'm going the other way around.
Yeah, bro. So, like, let's talk about how you and your family had the relationship with your music career.
Bro, so with my mom, it's honestly at first it's like when you're young, it's so much easier for your parents to support you. Yeah. Because they know why you're in school, or you're in school and you're like, you've still got your whole life ahead of you, and they
got your back.
Honestly, a lot of the time as well, they assume it's a phase, you know. Yeah. Because I grew up wanting to be I wanted to be a wrestler at first in the WWE, and then after that, I got a bit older in my early teens. I wanted to be a football player. Now I'm shit at football, so that was never happening. And my parents knew, like, okay, you know, this is just a phase. It's gonna pass. Like, if anyone's played football with me, they know I'm dead. You know, like I just give Cristiano vibes with my confidence, but
clapped.
Yeah. So they assumed, I mean, if they completely fairly assumed that it was a phase and stuff. Yeah. And then obviously once I got, like, I'm 24 now, at some point, you know, it becomes a bit of a concern for parents, because it's like, you know, is it working out? Is it not? Yeah. And I think the craziest moment for me was me and my mom were taking my cat to the vet, and I had a show the night before, and she actually came, and, you know, the radio is off, and she just goes, look, I'm proud of you, and you've come a long way, and I think you have a long way to go as well, but I can see you doing this, you know. And that to me was an amazing moment, because that validation is the best kind.
It's the best, bro.
And it's like,
parents.
it's not something that just came out of nowhere. Like, it's been a lot of hard work and stuff, and that was really cool. And my dad hasn't always been on board with that. Again, fair, he's a businessman. He wanted me to follow that path, but recently he as well, he said, look, you're a creative guy, just be creative. And I know a lot of people aren't blessed in that sense to have that kind of that support.
Exactly.
But I also think I worked for it, as in I've shown them that I know how to be a musician.
Be
and
accountable
also,
for this shit.
yeah, and also take care of myself and make sure that the stuff that I'm doing that's not music is productive, and I'm able to, you know, everyone knows that you don't make a lot of money being a musician unless you pop off, which I haven't.
Crazy.
But I had to show them that I know how to balance that, you know, like figure out ways to get that bread up.
Get that bread, go get that bread. Yeah.
So I think that's important. You gotta win them over, and I know some parents will never be won over. I think some of the best musicians ever, their parents didn't support them.
Most, and then they support them after. Even NBA players, they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then when you're the enemy, like, "Oh, because their lives back."
As a parent, I don't think it comes from a bad place. I think as a parent, you just want to see your kids do
of worry, of love. You know, it comes from love.
Facts. You want to see your kids do better than you.
Exactly.
And if you're seeing them struggle, you know,
because as an artist, as a creator, you struggle.
You struggle
well into your mid-20s.
You struggle until one day you don't.
Exactly. And in 9 to 5, you never struggle, but you also never, you know, you have balance your whole life, I feel.
A lot of people are not fortunate enough to do something that they love, you know. And if you find a way to do it, amazing. And I get it as well from them, like I said earlier as well, it is a massive gamble. Like you are literally buying a lottery ticket. And
literally. Anything art related, creating related, you're literally getting a lottery ticket, I swear.
But smart people know how to make it work even if they don't win the lottery. You know what I mean? There are ways that you can turn it into a career.
Branching, you can do other things.
The chances of you being the next Drake or Kendrick or whatever, man,
slimmer than Slim Shady.
Slimmer than Slim Shady, man. But you can definitely. I've met people who, if I mention their name to someone in Dubai, they wouldn't know them.
Yeah, but they're highly successful.
They've got a career in music. Yeah. They are a musician, but there's so many other careers. I mean, you can songwrite. You know, you can produce. You can.
There are even some musicians that they have like a listening base of 50K, and they're good.
If that 50K is willing to
do you understand?
Buy your merch,
if they're actually fans, you can have a career off that.
50K passionate fans is insane.
That's insane.
Yeah, because otherwise there's a lot of passive listeners as well who are just listening. Exactly. Or they're at the gym. They're not really like, they're not buying into your entire
personality and brand. But
so that 50K could be sick. Even like even 1,000 people truly fucking you is amazing insane. As a musician.
Imagine 1,000 people in a room saying I love you. Like, you know? I swear. That is insane, yo. So you just need to. That's why you need to be yourself. Yeah. So you actually really connect with your fans.
No doubt.
Because if you're not yourself, you're not going to connect with people. You're just going to give them what they like, and they didn't come because of you. They came because you're doing something trendy, something funny, something like that. So they came for the fun, for the trend. They didn't come for you. But if you're yourself, they'll come for you and they'll stay for you.